Hey guys, so I just got finished watching Crisis on Earth X, the epic superhero battle of the CW century, and I have a lot to say. So, let me get off my chest what's actually bothering me, just like right off the back. Iris is too pretty not to have a big wedding. I thought, and I'm just like going straight to it, it's got spoilers in it, whatever. I thought that after all the bull crap, they were going to treat us with a grand wedding again. I mean, all their friends were still there. Star Labs obviously got like $1 billion budget. Go do it again. Instead, the cheesy way they got married. Oh my gosh, let me get into why I'm so mad. Okay, so first of all, that part was kind of sweet. They just decided to just do it and get the guy from the Arrow and just do the wedding. But when, what's her name gets smoked, I don't watch the Arrow. When she jumped in, okay, first of all, I don't know if the actress ad-libbed it. I don't know if Iris ad-libbed it. But when the other girl just jumped in and said to the Arrow, let's get married too, Iris was like, oh, okay. And I thought it was so appropriate because it was like, this was our big time. That girl is so rude. I don't watch The Arrow. I find it to be not really my taste. But I usually can appreciate when they do a crossover. This I did not appreciate. She was, first of all, in the other one, she told Iris to shut up. And I was like, you do not tell somebody to shut up. And she, throughout this whole thing, was making her crisis. Hers was a non-crisis. This was Iris and Barry's day. It was their day. And that chick would not stop making it about herself. We would not be friends no more after that. It was like me and my husband planned a probably $50,000 wedding. I looked as pretty as a magazine cover, and Nazis killed my preacher, killed one of my friends, and just went crazy. And you talking about a really hot looking guy who's way out of my league asked me to marry him, and I said no. What do I do? Throughout the whole thing, I was like, oh my gosh, the Arrow could have anybody. Are you kidding? It was I didn't get it. And she kept talking about hers, and Iris kept having to comfort her like, you're right. I mean, me and mine was just messed up, but yours is bad too. No, yours was a non-issue. You was being a jerk and crazy, and this guy wanted to have you actually make an honest woman out of you, and she was like, no, like I got other candidates better looking than the Arrow. Okay, whatever. But did not care for that writing. That was upsetting. Number two big problem, they did not use Cisco enough. I love that character, and they didn't use him enough. And so I was watching it, and he was knocked out like most of these episodes. He got like a few one-liners, and the Flash crew, like this was Iris and Barry's wedding. I wanted to see him be the best man. I wanted to see him dance with Gypsy. I wanted to see our family get married. And instead, he gets knocked out most of the time. Gypsy wasn't even there. Barry and Iris was like, it was just like they was quiet. I mean, I did love how much parts Iris got. That was cool. But the Flash ain't say hardly anything. Joe was missing. Wally just speeded him off, but yet didn't speed off the bride. I have so many issues with this crossover. The Flash is obviously the leading show. I mean, it's obviously the best show out of the four, in my opinion, but I'm being, I'm a Flash fan. Arrow is boring, League is corny, and Supergirl is just too volley. It's like, just too girly and Barbie, and it's just too much for me. Flash is the best show. And I like the other ones. I love crossovers, but they was taken away from what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the wedding. This is what we all been waiting for. It kept getting stopped, and it was rudely interrupted, then rudely interrupted again. There was no respect on his wedding. The best part of the whole wedding was Barry's amazing speech. I mean, Barry's speech to Iris calling her, saying that she's his home, was so good that I think the real actress was a little bit teary. I think the guy who played the preacher, the dude who he asked to like marry them, was like, I think they always like, because that, oh my gosh, see, the Flash people, what I like about the Flash crew is they take their job seriously. everybody else act real comic book. Like, the other shows be like, let me rip open my shirt and show my Supergirl chest. It's weird. But The Flash, they make you feel it. Like, you be feeling them tears. I mean, when Iris walking down the aisle, Barry had his eyes watering. That's the reaction you want. And it was roaring. They killed the preacher. Then they had to have a funeral before they even thought of. They can't have a wedding now because they killed the old dude that turns to the fire guy. I was like, why? Like, that was so unnecessary. He just wanted to go home, and you want me to care about this, but I literally forgot by the end of the episode that he died, and I was like, I'm so upset. And the funny thing is, my friend throughout the whole thing was saying everything that I'm saying, and I was like telling her, like, oh, like, wait, I want to watch it. I want to feel this. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. And then the end, I blew up and I became the bad guy. And now I'm being the bad guy online telling this that, like, I'm sure nobody wants to hear this, but I didn't like it. Now, the good parts of it, not to go for the good parts. I loved that Wells got 2 paychecks because the man who plays Wells, they really should have hired the guy who's been like the real evil, the real Yellow Flash. They really should have hired the guy who's actually playing that part, but instead my dude got both, and I said that's kind of cool. He got to play good and bad. I liked that, but they probably shouldn't have did that. Another thing is that I did like is Supergirl did a good job being evil. I don't like her as Supergirl. I actually don't. She's a little too fake. She's like that person that you'll be friends with who'll be smiling in front of your face, and then the minute you leave, they're going to say something nasty. That's what Supergirl literally looks like. And her sister have no chemistry. It's like, oh, that's my sister. And I'm like, do y'all even talk after? Like during the set? Like, they don't have any chemistry at all. And it's like, they're trying to be fun. They like each other, but honestly, I know how real, like, siblings, like, work. Like, they don't. It just don't look right. And for me, like, but I liked her evil. As a bad guy, she was cool. That was a part that I actually did like about this whole crossover. Supergirl, I see she has a different range. Her range is not as bad. It's not as bad as I thought. I said, okay, make her a little tougher. Seriously, this Supergirl silliness, she should grow out of it as her character matures. Let her grow out of it and make her cool like her villainous version. The Arrow, I liked. I mean, he was just there. I mean, everybody else had so many superpowers, and he was like, wait, guys, and like, I'm gonna go do Arrow stuff. And it's like, how are you even competing against these people? You have no powers. It was like Hawkeye in the Avengers saying, and I'm just a guy with a bow, and like, everybody got like so many powers, and it's crazy because it's like, dude, why are you there? Like, how did you become a superhero? Just do it. Like, making excuses why he would have Arrow stuff. And the Flash is so much faster than they had him. But he was just, like, so... It was like they was literally dumbing the Flash down to help out these shows. It was weird. I don't like they had little... I didn't like that the guy had to die, and it either really dampened it. I just wish it had been different. I wanted to see a wedding. I wanted to see the family. I wanted to see the Flash. And they used the Flash's wedding as a draw to get us to watch those other 3 shows that are not as good. And that is the facts. And that's just how I feel. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get some hate on this video. I'm okay with that. Actually, I love a good discussion. I love a good argument. Let me know how you feel about my review. Tell me if you agree or not. And I will talk to you guys hopefully in more reviews. And yeah, it could have been better. Literally, wow, it could have been better. So that's basically it, guys. Okay, bye. Oh, like I said, on all my videos, I'm an author. Check my books and links back in my channel. And yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to throw that in there because actually a new book is coming out really soon, and I want to get that out to y'all. But I'll talk about that another time. Okay, guys. Bye.